What is up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. So I had to pull the camera out today. I'm gonna go look at a new project. This one is massive. I don't know if I'm gonna be doing all the trim there. I hope so. I'm gonna talk with the project manager today and work out some prices and whatnot, but I'm taking you guys along for the ride because this is a cool one. It's a 600-acre ranch. That's like the property. Then there's gonna be 3 or 4 houses on it. I'm not quite sure. The first one they're building is a barn, which is like a barn house. I don't want to use the word barn dominium because this thing is like legit like a barn. I'll show you guys. This is crazy. If you follow Brent Hull, you've probably already seen this. It's outstanding. If you don't follow Brent Hull, what's wrong with you? Go follow him. And speaking of Brent, him and I and his son actually have some pretty cool stuff coming up. I can't really talk about it yet because we're not ready to launch it, but it's going to be really cool. And also, speaking of Brent, he's right here on our little Windsor One Displays. So Windsor One contacted us to make these displays. They're just little booths that you could set up for displays on the road and whatnot. So we built these 2 things. They're real easy. They're all made out of Windsor One, except for inside here, there's a plywood core. So here's a little rundown of what's on these boards. Windsor One Classic American Molding Collection, 4 historically accurate floor-to-ceiling styles. So basically you can trim out your whole house and know it's going to be properly scaled and proportioned, and everything's going to make sense. On this board we have Classic Colonial, Greek Revival, and the other 2 styles are on that board, Classical Craftsman and Colonial Revival. So like I said, these are all built out of Windsor One. They're actually all built out of 1x4s, and it's like a little easel design. We have some hinges up top and then a little chain down here, 2 of them, to keep this thing from kind of falling back on itself. So those 2 displays are basically done. They just need a coat of paint. We're just going to spray that on with a rattle can. John is actually headed over here right now to knock that out for me, and we're going to head to the ranch. So I'm pretty pumped up about this. All the interesting details from what I've seen in the drawings and the stuff on Brent's videos, it's just going to be really cool. A lot of cool stuff that I can share with you guys. So let's go check it out. So I'm pulling up to the entrance here, and as you can see, we are deep in the country now. So we're entering the ranch now. There's the Hull Homes construction entrance. So I'm just gonna kind of drive in. Oh, there it is. I see it off in the distance. This should be pretty sweet. All right, guys, we just pulled up here, and we are out here in the middle. We are like out in the country. I'm gonna go meet with the project manager and see what's going on. How many acres do they have?
This is now about 635. They bought this original piece, and it basically goes over to the top of that hill, you know, just beyond. And then you see the telephone poles?
Oh yeah, way out. Oh yeah, right there. Yeah, the lines.
The back line. That's actually the power for this. They brought it all the way back there and then underground up here.
Nice. Beautiful place, huh?
It's incredible. I mean, I love coming out here.
This right here is a full-scale sample of what they're after. So they can literally just look at this and say yes and no and make design decisions. The sample bags I bring are usually just like a little bag of moldings. Hard to carry something like this around. Super cool. So you got the property up there, and down here they actually built this lake. So I believe this is like a 6 or 7 acre lake / pond, whatever you want to call it. But I might be bringing my fishing pole to work. I don't know if there's anything in here really, because they just built it, but maybe I can stock it myself just to have something to do on lunch break. And you can tell this thing is going to be deep when it reaches full height. So pretty cool. They actually are building a bridge over there to cross, because I think they're going to have this barn, they're going to have a lake house, and then they're going to have like a primary residence. So there is potentially a lot of work out here. There's definitely a lot of work, potentially a lot of work for us. So we'll find out. But I'm gonna stock that thing with some bass, some bluegill. No, I'm just kidding. I'm not gonna mess with it, but that would be cool if they do stock it. And I might seriously bring my fishing pole. That'd be awesome. So as you come into the house here, there's gonna be a staircase here, obviously, to get you up to floor level. This whole thing is timber framed from a salvage barn, and this is absolutely insane. Look how long this beam right here is. That thing spans the whole width of this building. I mean, you gotta imagine like what kind of tree that was taken down to get this beam. That is just outstanding. So here's kind of the main living area here. This is kind of like a little dining area. Beautiful views. This will all be doors and windows out here. Coming this way, you've got the kitchen. So this whole area will have cabinetry and an island, all that stuff. This whole building has Brent's 100-year windows. So you can see they've already got several of these installed in many locations. So beautiful view out here by the lake. So then coming over here to this side of the kitchen area, you can see this nice lake view. The lake is actually not filled to capacity. That kind of shoreline where the clay is, that'll be when it's completely filled up, but still the view out here is just outstanding, just absolutely gorgeous. So coming this way into the kitchen area, you'll go through this pantry. So here's a nice good sized pantry here, and then stepping into here, this is a really cool part. Now we're inside that silo. So you can see the cinder block construction. And then going down here, that'll actually lead to the basement when that's all complete. One thing here that I just spoke with the project manager about is that we're gonna have to basically panel this whole curved wall. So I'll have to come up with some solutions on that. So I'm not quite sure how I intend to get the stiles and rails and panels to bend on this. This is a really tight radius here. So I'll have to get creative on that. We'll just have to see, but really cool space nonetheless. Then coming back through the kitchen, you got kind of this main living area. So then over here we have a staircase that kind of goes back and forth. We may be doing this, we may not. I'm still kind of working out the details, but I am going to be mocking up a sample for this either later today or tomorrow, because they want to kind of get approval on it if they're going to go that route or not. But I'm definitely going to give a price on that and see what comes of it. But this goes up 3 stories up here, and then it actually goes down into the basement as well. So there'll be a lot of treads and risers, a lot of newel posts, a lot of balusters. Big project, and multiple landings. So that will be really interesting. The challenge here is this is going to be a big window. So we kind of need to get moving on this sooner than later, because once this window gets installed, it's going to really limit our access to getting down here with nail guns and all that. So definitely something to consider. Let's go upstairs. So up here on this kind of second level, there's going to be some bedrooms here. Bathrooms, pretty basic setup here, but look at the view from this second floor looking through all this timber framing. What a cool space. It's just wild, guys. I'm looking through the camera viewfinder right now, and it just does not do it justice. More 100-year windows right here. A whole gang of them over here. And you can see these are all the casement style, how they swing open like that. They still need their hardware. But those are actually my favorite kind of windows, how they swing open like doors. Those are going to be the majority of the windows I end up making on my own house. But the way things are going with these kind of projects, I probably won't ever get to working on my house. I've almost been there a year, and Ashley's like, I'm gonna hire a contractor. I'm like, that's blasphemy. How are you gonna do that? She's like, I need stuff done, but I don't wanna pass up these awesome projects to kind of work on my house, because my house will always be there. These, not so much. These are kind of one-of-a-kind things. So over here, the view from the final floor up here, you can just see how open this space is. It's just absolutely amazing. I mean, I can't say enough about this space and how the camera does not do it justice. But right here, there'll be a little balcony here with a little balustrade, so you can just come out and kind of appreciate this view of all this rustic timber framing, because this right here is something to be appreciated, definitely. So working our way kind of back to the entry, if we would have taken a right-hand turn, it would have taken us into this space, kind of like the main master living quarters. And this is where the inside of that log cabin is. So as you can come in here, you can see, guys, these are all solid white oak. I mean, super tight grain, super dense, just unbelievable. It's unreal how hard these boards are and how heavy they are. I tried to lift a little piece of it earlier and it was pretty freaking heavy. What a space you can create when you actually have a plan, a design, a vision is really the big part of this whole thing. Seeing this whole thing, it just screams craftsmanship to me. The log cabin, the 100-year windows, all the little details of how this whole space is put together, those dovetailed corners on the outside at the corners of these log cabins. I mean, what an opportunity. So I'm gonna be doing a quote for basically everything they need. Doors, trimming out these windows, cased openings, base. There's not going to be any crown, I think, in this whole place. All the kind of essential trim items and that staircase as well. So if we end up doing this, there's going to be quite a bit to share with you guys. Oh, also the basement. Let me take you down there. So over here back by that staircase I showed you guys originally, if you come this way, it kind of takes you down to, I don't really know if this is technically a basement. I mean, it's partially underground, but you'll see. So down here is basically a game room. You've got mechanical utility stuff over there. This will be another kitchen with a bar top area in this location. These are all temporary walls, what you see here. So this will be a completely open space down here. So if you can imagine this without all these walls here, that's what it'll end up looking like. But over here, I'll show you guys, there's gonna be a fireplace in this little niche area here. So that will all become fireplace, and then there'll be trim work around it. So paneling all on this wall up above and paneling on that wall as well. And then if you remember, when I was in the pantry area looking down at the silo, this is from this lower level looking up at it. So again, this is all gonna need some type of paneling. So definitely a challenge on this one. It's gonna wrap on site here all the way up there, and that's where we were standing up there earlier. That's pretty much a general overview of this project. There's a lot more details I could get into, but this video would probably be an hour long. I just walked the whole site with the project manager and it took about an hour. So you can imagine going through all the details. If we end up doing this project, like I said, I will be sharing as much as I can of it with you, which I love to do. I love to document this stuff. It's so cool, but that's kind of the general overview of where we're at. So there you have it, guys. There is kind of the first initial look at this project. Let me know if you have any questions, but as for now, I've got to go make that kind of stair mock-up where I'm gonna have white oak skirt, riser, white oak tread, and some picket balusters. This is gonna be interesting. So yeah, I'm gonna go figure that out, but thanks for watching. Thanks for hanging out with me on this initial look at this new project, and I cannot wait to get started and see what this place becomes. And I just found out that the lake house, which the lake's right over here, is going to be cantilevered over the lake. So it'll kind of be like floating over some of that lake. This place is absolutely amazing. So anyways, thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys on the next video.